means we put more in, so you get more out.
Turn back the years with Pour More Climate Smart Skincare, a patented formula developed to help rejuvenate the skin without chemical peels or laser treatments.
Medical research has proven that the climate ages your skin, and the breakthrough formulas of Pour Moi not only can prevent, but even reverse the signs of aging.
Order Pour More now for only $79 using our special coupon code LA79. Also get free shipping and 100% money-back guarantee.
The next total solar eclipse is coming soon. I'll explain what it is and how you can experience this rare and amazing phenomenon.
Wednesday at 5 a.m.
Now at 11, a Baltimore bridge collapses after a cargo ship rams into one of the support columns. Rescue operations now underway. We're following the latest.
Federal agents raid 2 mansions belonging to hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs, including his home on LA's west side. We have all the developments.
And staggering new statistics from the American Cancer Society. More on the risk of Americans developing the disease. And Kirk Hawkins, the marathon man, here with your 5 Live forecast.
Ready to continue the marathon with you. We're looking at partly cloudy skies, but a chance of rain in your 7-day forecast. All of the latest coming up. The KTLA 5 News at 11 a.m. starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to the KTLA 5 Morning News at 11 a.m. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. It is being described as a mass casualty incident. Several people are believed to be missing after a catastrophic bridge collapse in Baltimore.
A cargo ship slammed into the structure overnight, sparking a major search and rescue effort. KTLA 5 Samantha Cortese live now in the newsroom with an update from authorities. Samantha?
Glenn and Lou, right now a massive search is underway for 6 construction workers who were on the bridge at the time of impact. 1:30 Eastern time this morning. They were repairing potholes. We are expecting a news conference from the NTSB in about 30 minutes. This is a live look at the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. The wreckage sticking out of the water, the cargo ship still there. It's about 47 degrees in the water, which is 50 feet deep. This is still a search and rescue operation, not recovery. 2 people were rescued from the water. One is okay. The other is in very serious condition. Now, Coast Guard boats, helicopters, drones, and dive teams are looking for any other people involved. The fire chief says using infrared and sonar, crews found 5 cars underwater and a cement truck. And we have new video just into the newsroom of the moment of impact. The cargo ship hit a support beam of the bridge after people on board say the ship lost power. There's the moment captured from onshore. It's a different view of what we've been seeing all morning. The people on board that ship sent out a mayday call that likely saved lives. Officials working the bridge stopped all traffic from crossing after getting that mayday call. And in the surveillance video, you see the ship lose power. The lights are flickering. Some experts say they lost control of the propulsion and trajectory, which is why the ship hit the bridge. We also just heard from President Biden, who says the early investigation shows this was a terrible accident, not terrorism. He also says the Army Corps of Engineers will work on clearing that channel so the Port of Baltimore can reopen. He also says the federal government will pay the entire cost of rebuilding that bridge.
We're incredibly grateful for the brave rescuers who immediately rushed to the scene, and to the people of Baltimore who want to say, we're with you. We're going to stay with you as long as it takes.
The president said he will go to Baltimore as soon as possible. The ship involved in the crash is registered in Singapore. It was on a journey from Baltimore to Sri Lanka. The Francis Scott Key Bridge was built in 1977. It's part of I-695. A lot of people depend on it. We may have heard from Hannah Brandt earlier today. I think she referenced 30,000 commuters use that bridge every single day. The Port of Baltimore is closed indefinitely, an important trade hub for the East Coast and throughout the United States. It ranks first in the U.S. for the number of new cars and light trucks it handles. Again, we are awaiting a news conference with the NTSB, who could answer more questions about this bridge collapse in Maryland. I'll see you then. Glenn and Lou, back to you.
All right, thanks, Samantha. KTLA 5 will have continuous updates on the Maryland bridge collapse all day long. You can also check for the latest anytime on KTLA.com and the free KTLA 5 app.
We are learning new information about a shooting that killed a 60-year-old man in a residential neighborhood in Reseda. The LAPD says it happened on Jameson Avenue off Satakoy last night just before 7:30. Officers got a call about a shooting and found the victim on the street with multiple gunshot wounds. His vehicle also had several bullet holes on the passenger side. He was pronounced dead at a hospital. Right now, there are no details about a motive or suspects.
Well, two homes owned by hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs, one here in L.A., were raided by federal agents yesterday. Diddy is at the center of a sex trafficking investigation, though he has not been charged or arrested, and it is unclear if the raid is connected to those allegations. KTLA 5's Aaron Myers live now in Holmby Hills with more. Aaron?
Hi, Glenn. That's right. Two homes connected to Sean Diddy Combs were raided yesterday, one in Miami, the other here in the Holmby Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles. Now, Sky 5 was overhead as that raid was ongoing. The home was located on the 200 block of South Mapleton Drive, and this happened yesterday afternoon. This is a raid happened in Miami as well. Now, they were also seen questioning people who appeared to be detained, at least temporarily, here in Los Angeles. Records show that the home here is not owned by Combs, but is associated with his production company. According to CNN, the investigation is being handled by the Department of Homeland Security's team that handles human trafficking crime. The outlet also says the allegations stem from many of the same allegations put forth in several civil lawsuits which have been filed against Combs. Those suits include allegations of sexual assault and sex trafficking. Combs had denied those allegations. Now, legal experts say it's standard procedure to detain everyone in the house until a search is complete, and that the execution of the search warrant was a well-organized plan as raids were happening in two locations. Federal law enforcement officials have not confirmed what the investigation is about, but said in a comment that Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available. Singer Cassie Ventura has accused Combs of rape, physical abuse, and forcing her to engage in sex acts with other men before reaching a settlement a day after she filed her lawsuit. Her attorney provided this statement in regards to the raids. We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct. Now, TMZ obtained this video after Combs' homes were raided. He was seen walking around at the Miami Opa-locka Executive Airport. TMZ reports Combs and some others with him were stopped by officials. Now, back here live at this time, Homeland Security Department, they do not have any updates as of this morning. We did reach out to them. We've also reached out to Combs representatives and are waiting for a response from them as well. Reporting live here in Holmby Hills, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Aaron, thank you. All right, so we're going to skip the story that we have here for the Supreme Court. Where would we like to go now? All right, here we go. So many California bars and nightclubs will soon be required to offer date rape drug testing kits. California Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control says Assembly Bill 1013 will